Hi everyone. Today for math, we are going to be looking at measuring. I want you to think about what are some types of things that you have measured. Maybe you've measured how long a table is. Maybe you've measured how long your arm is. Or maybe you've measured even how tall you are. Okay? And what are some units that we've talked about when we measure? We've talked about inches, we talked about feet, we talked about yards. We've also talked about centimeters and meters this year. Okay, so I want you to think about the different units of measure. Some of our units we use when we're measuring things that are small, and some when things are a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to name a unit, and I want you to show with your hands how long you think that unit is. And I'm going to mix it up with some smaller units with some longer units. And remember, you have estimating tools, so think about those estimating tools that we talked about earlier this year. Okay, so let's do inch. How long is an inch? Yeah, remember our estimating tool for me, it was about a half of my thumb. So an inch is only about that long. Okay, good. How about a yard? Okay, a yard, kind of hard to see in my camera. Remember we talked about how a yard for me was about at my waist. From the floor to the waist is about a yard. Okay. What about a foot? How long do you think a foot is? Okay, remember a foot is the length of your ruler. So it might be about this, it would be this long. Okay, how about a centimeter? Yeah, remember your estimating tool. For me, my estimating tool was the width of my pinky is a centimeter. Okay, and how about a meter? Okay, remember a meter is just a little bit longer than a yard. So if a yard for me is about my waist, it might come up just a little bit along my back here, or along my side. All right, very good. Well, we are going to look at some word problems today. And these word problems are all the types that we've been working on all year long. The only difference is that we are going to be adding and subtracting length units. In the past, we've labeled our answers with item names, for example, like marbles or stamps. Now we're going to label our answers with units like inches, feet, yards, centimeters, or meters. So if your answer is 87, you shouldn't just write 87. You want to include the unit like 87 inches. When you read the problem, I want you to visualize how long the length units are so that you'll know whether your problem is about a short length or about a long length unit. And this will help you remember to write the length unit in your answer. So you will need to get your math book. So if you need to stop the video to get that. In your math book, we are going to look on page 379. We're going to do some problems together. I'm going to kind of walk you through some problems, and then I'm going to have you do some by yourself today. Okay? So let's look at problem number 1. Number 1 says, Carl draws a line segment that is 18 centimeters long. Then he makes it 14 centimeters longer. How long is the line segment now? Remember we talked about how we can make a math mountain, or we can make a comparison bar to help us answer the question. So what do you think we might do to answer this problem? What might be a good diagram to make? You're right, we're going to make a math mountain. Okay, so let's, in that space, you're going to draw your math mountain. Okay. All right, now think about the math mountain. We have our total on top and our partners on the bottom. Okay, so if he draws a line segment that's 18 centimeters long, Then he makes it 14 centimeters longer. How long is the line segment now? Do we know how long it is in total? No, so that's going to be my unknown. So then in the corner of my mountain, I'm going to put, he started out with one that was 18 centimeters long, and then he added another 14 centimeters to his line segment. Okay, now we want to make an equation. And since these are double digits, I'm going to write my equation in a vertical form rather than horizontally. Okay, so I want to find the total, so we are going to do what? We are going to add. So let's add 18 plus 14. Okay, and we've done problems like this year. Remember, we start with our ones, add our ones together first, and 8 plus 4 gives me 12. I put down the 2, and I make a new 10. So I'm going to put a new 10 above, and I'm going to add 1 plus 1 plus 1, and I get 3. All right, so my answer is 32. What? What was the unit that it talked about? Centimeters. You don't have to write out the whole word centimeters. Do you remember what the abbreviation is? CM. Very good. All right. Now let's take a look at number 2. Remember, at any time, stop the video if I'm going too fast and if you need to stop so that you can get caught up. All right? So let's take a look at number 2 this time. Okay, so let's read number 2. Samantha runs 45 meters, stops, then runs some more. She runs a total of 95 meters. How many meters does she run after her stop? Okay, so what should we do to answer this problem? Yep, we're going to make another math mountain. So let's draw a new math mountain in number 2. All right, now let's think about what we know in the problem. Do we know the total? Do we know how far Samantha ran all together? Yes, we do. And she ran how many meters? 95. So 95 goes at the top of the mountain. All right. How many meters did she run to begin with? 45. Then she stopped, and then she ran some more. So that's my unknown. When I look at my math mountain, am I going to add or subtract here? I want to find the partner, so I'm going to subtract. So I take my total of 95 and subtract the one partner that I know, which is 45. All right, now we're subtracting, so think about your strategies with subtracting. Do I have more on top or more on the floor? Yeah, you're right. The number is the same, so 0 is the game. All right, so 5 minus 5 gives me 0. And 9 minus 4 gives me 5. So our answer is 50 what? 50 meters. And again, you don't have to write out the whole word. If you want to, that's fine. Or you can just abbreviate with the little m for meters. Okay? All right, we are going to do one more problem together. And then you're going to do some by yourself. All right, so let's take a look at number 3. I'm going to get my paper organized here. Let's look at number 3. 3. Okay, it says a ribbon is 48 inches long. Taylor uses 32 inches of the ribbon to make a bow. How much ribbon is left? Okay, so what should we make to answer our problem? Yep, you're right, another math mountain. So I'm going to make my math mountain. Okay, she had a piece of ribbon. Do we know how long the ribbon was altogether? It is 45 inches long, or 48, excuse me. So 48 inches long. Okay, so that's the top. She used how much of it to make her bow? 32. And we want to find out how much is left. So that's my unknown. So I'm wanting to find one of the partners. So am I going to add or subtract? I'm going to subtract. So I take the total number 48 minus the one partner that I know, 32. Okay, so let's think about our strategies for subtraction. Okay, so I look at my ones. Do I have more on top or more on the floor? More on top, so no need to stop. 8 minus 2 gives me 6. Good. And 4 minus 3 gives us 1. So my answer is 16 what? Inches. Very good. And remember, we can abbreviate inches. I-N. Remember we talked how we have to put a period after the N. All right. Very good. All right, now I want you to work on number 4 on your page, and then on the back side you have some more problems. Think about, am I going to make a math mountain, or should we do a comparison bar? All right, and I will tell you there's one that you have to do a comparison bar on the back. So see if you can find that one. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.